Hey there guys, this is Deepak Chaudhary and this is the very first video of my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to talk about composition skills required for photography. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So being the very first video, many people would think that this would not be the topic you should discuss in the first video, but I guess that composition is the skill that is required at the very beginning. So let's get into it. Before discussing anything about composition, let's understand what composition basically means. So composition is nothing but all the elements required for making a complete photo. When you say it as a complete photo, it means that it contains all the elements that you require it to be complete. Composition is completely about your choice and how you would like a photo to be complete. The first composition skill that we are going to talk about is the rule of thirds. Now rule of thirds might sound like mathematics to you, but it's not. These are just four basic lines that are going to intersect each other. You can see it on your phone screens or your camera screens. They are available everywhere. These four grid lines, what they do is that those intersection points are to be point of interest. Now these grid lines are used very beautifully in this particular picture. If you look at the photo closely, one intersection point is used as your point of interest, and you can use something like that in your photos too. You can use these grid lines if you want one single intersection point, or you can use all the four intersection points as per your requirement. And with this we move on to the second topic of our composition skill, and it is known as symmetry. You all have known about symmetry since your childhood. Symmetry is something where you divide something in two equal parts or four equal parts or maybe more. This is a very good example of symmetry. As you can see that the buildings are divided equally on both the sides of the photos. With the help of symmetry, you can define your own point of view in your way. And with this you learn a new composition skill. Coming to the next point, frame in a frame, where your second frame will be your main subject, and in the first frame you can use anything. Now in this particular picture, the walls are used as a first frame, and in that you can see the main subject, and that is an art gallery. Now this is known as frame in a frame. You are framing something else within the frame that you have created for yourself. For that matter, this picture can also be an example where your subject is a little bit behind and the one that is used as a frame are just leaves which are close to your camera. With the help of these skills, your perspective and your creativity is key to your good photos. And with that we move on to the next topic, which is known as leading lines. Leading lines are nothing but the lines that lead to one particular point. Now there might be two different points or there might be one single point, just like this one. As you can see, there are various lines meeting at one single point. The road, the footpath, the trees, everything is meeting on the center point of the photo. This is a good example of how you can click a good picture. For that matter, this picture is also a good example for leading lines. There are various ways for taking a good picture. It is not necessary that you spend too much on your equipment. So without wasting any time, we move on to our next topic, which is known as textures. Textures are nothing but a pattern which you find attractive for making a photo look good. Just like this one. As you can see, the mountains are used very finely as defining textures. You can use your creativity for making textures look good. You can use any kind of patterns for making different kinds of textures. And with that we move on to the next topic, which is known as fill the frame. Filling the frame is very much important. You don't have to leave any kind of negative space around your subject or behind your subject. As you can see, the main subject is just the sandwich and the objects behind are just to make the look complete. We have different kinds of objects around us. We just have to look what would make a photo look complete. That's it. And with that we move on to our next point, which is known as negative spacing, and it is exactly opposite of our last point. And yeah, negative spacing means leaving some negative space for our subject to make it look cool, to give it a minimal effect. Now what is minimal exactly? Minimal is everything where the subject is of prime importance and nothing else. Everything else comes into a negative spacing. You take care only of your subjects and no other objects to fill the frame. And that is why negative spacing is an important skill, like in this photo. As you can see, only the subject is important and the frame is not filled with anything. The background can be anything. The background can be a sky, the background can be a backdrop, or just a plain background. The only thing important in a photo is the subject. The incomplete look in your photo makes the photo look complete. That is what we call as negative spacing. And the last topic, not being the least, is your perspective, your point of view and your creativity. These are the most crucial and important steps to take a good photo. What you require in your photo is your perspective. It is your point of view. That is how you make a photo look complete and the best photo of yours. All you have to do is enhance your perspective. You have to go beyond your limits. This is how you are going to take better photos. I hope you guys liked the video. If yes, please smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos. I will be back in another one. Until then, goodbye.